Hello everyone. We are back again. Yay. Oh my god. Alrighty, we are making another mourning dove. So yeah. Right now we have two mourning doves. And I was talking to my friend who absolutely loves birds the other day. And she really liked this mourning dove. So this one, the back isn't sloped nearly as much as this one is. And I kind of like this one. This one also doesn't have as round of a belly. And I like the round belly. I think the round belly kind of makes it more mourning dove-like. And I was debating like between the tail. So whenever they're sitting, their tail kind of fans, or no, I have that backwards. Whenever they're sitting, their tail is like long and slender. But whenever they're flying, their tail's all fanned out. So she said it looks super cute though whenever it's fanned out. So I was like, okay. So we're pretty much going to attempt to do this one again. We're going to see if we can do that because I don't know if I can. We'll find out. I do like these wings. I think these wings are okay. I think they're okay. They're not terrible. Not terrible. I definitely like that it sits. It sits very nicely. Sits very nicely. I feel like I probably could have put the eyes somewhere else, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I like the eyes where they're at, but that's okay. But yeah, we're gonna make another mourning dove, and we're gonna see how this goes because it's always a mystery. Is I don't follow patterns. I just make it up as I go, and it depends on if I can remember what I did last time. Because I don't write stuff down. I just do it based off of memory and general shaping stuff. So we're gonna see 1, 2, 3, and we are gonna do 6 stitches. Maybe one of these days I'll put together a bunch of patterns for all of y'all, and then if anybody wanted to make some birds, you guys can make birds too. But making patterns is hard. Like writing the patterns is hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There we go. I actually do not need to hide that little strand. Cool, cool, cool. Alrighty, so we're gonna do an increase here. And then we'll do single here. Whoops, I did not grab yarn. It would help if I grabbed yarn. Twould indeed. Twould indeed. Oh dear. This one's a single, and this one is an increase. There we go. This one is a single, and this one is an increase. 2. And then we'll do another single. Let me see here. Where are we at? We are in fact starting to go around, so we're going to do 2 singles, and then we'll do an increase. And then we'll do 2 singles, 1, 2, and an increase. There's a mourning dove outside. Mourning doves have a super cool call. So they like to like a little coo. I have no idea how this is gonna sound on the microphone, but we're gonna attempt it. So this is what they sound like. That's a mourning dove. That is a mourning dove. So if you hear that, that is a mourning dove. Oh my goodness, they're fun little birds. They're like super common where I'm at, but they're like one of the few native doves that we have. So they're very unique. Very, very unique. Unique little burbs. Alrighty. And we're going to... You know what? I I actually want to try something. So mourning doves also have a little tiny blue ring. Like the skin around their eye is blue. And you can sometimes see that if you're up close, or like if you have a picture of it. And I have this blue, and I kind of want to, I want to try it where we do one stitch, like right where we're going to put the eye. I want to try it that we do blue right there. Compared to just taking some string and threading it around where the eye will go afterwards. Because, yeah, I don't know what the difference is going to look. And the only way we're going to know how the difference will look is if we try it. So that's what we're going to do for this little bird. Yes, I want to do this one, and we're going to swap over to the blue. What's up, Rice Cake? What you doing, sweet man? You do good? Of course you do good. You always do good. You're a good sir. You're a good sir. Alrighty. So we're going to try the blue. What's up, baby? Oh, the baby. Oh, the sweet man. Okay, and then I think I want to do a increase here. Yeah, let's do an increase there. And then I'm going to disattach this blue now so that I don't have to deal with it spinning around and going places. Let's see here. Let's attach it here. 1 and 2. Usually whenever I tie stuff off, I just do a bunch of chain stitches. And yeah, it's quite nice. Quite nice. Okay. Alrighty. I probably didn't need to do 2 stitches, but oh well. That's alright. Gonna go there and there. And then here and here. And then we're actually going to be doing, I think on the next row, because mourning doves also have a little black spot underneath of their eye. They have like this little like black spot. Yeah, it's just a little black spot. They're super cute. Oh my goodness. They're very cute little birds. So once we get around, I may or may not be able to finish this bird today. We'll see how it goes. I have some people coming over later today, so we'll see how we do. We shall see. All right, and actually I want to do a decrease here. Oh, my yarn is rolling places. Roll that way. Okay. Okay. I want to actually swap to black here. And you know what? Since we have, let's do the little eyeballs first. One eyeball. 2 eyeball. And then 1 cap here. Where's my other caps? Let's see here. Scissors. Actually, I don't think I need scissors for these. Nope, we're good. The bug looks like, oh, hello. Oh my goodness. Vapsivus? Yeah, it is a weevil. It is indeed a weevil. It is a little weevil. He's a little acorn weevil. No boots. What do you mean boots? What do you mean by boots? Countdown to rice cake. He is. Oh, hello, Draymond. He is sitting in the window right now, but yeah, it's gonna happen. It's probably gonna happen. All right, so let's put a little eyeball. I think we want the eyeball right there. Oh, that looks nice. And then we'll put the other eye, I think right there. Yeah, that'll be good. How are you guys doing today on this fine and wonderful Sunday? All right, there we go. Okay. And then we're going to go this one. And we'll go like that. There we go. Alrighty. Alright, there's our little eyeballs. And now I still need to swap over to the black so we can get those little black spots on our bird. Oh, I wasn't supposed to do that. There we go. Okay, where's my black? Here's the black. Alrighty. Ice cake. They're requesting you. He's bird watching right now. Unknown. I got a lot riding on whether there's still sourdough packets in the store when I get there or not. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Those sound really good though. I hope there are some left because those sound amazing. Procrastinating maxing. That's fair. Give him scritches when it happens. Yeah, we'll definitely give Rice Cake scritches. He gets all the scritches. He gets all the scritches. Not because he demands them, but just because he's a rice cake. He is the rice cake. Alright, let's see. What am I doing? I am tangling up my yarn. I feel the procrastination. Procrastinating, it's like, ah yes, I have so many things to do, but not right now. Not now. Later. Much later. I feel that. Alright, we are, let's see, where are we sticking this next black stitch? I think we go here, and then, yeah, then we go here. Okay. Yay. Alright, we're gonna go there, and I need to do this stitch. Okay. Oh, you guys can't see. So sorry. Make sure that my hands stay on the screen. Okay. Let me make sure that's up. Oh, what is camera? Why are we not focusing? Come on. Camera. What did we do? Oh, there we go. Okay. That was weird. Did not want to focus. Alrighty. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay, cool. And then we're going to go there, and we're going to do one more decrease over here. And then we're going to keep going around and around and around. Round and round. And then we'll do one more decrease on this side. Okay, and then we're actually going to end the black and tie it off. Let's see here. So we're gonna make a knot here. Because this will try and pull the yarn if I let it, and I don't want it to pull the yarn. So we're going to attempt to make a knot so that it can't pull. There we go. Okay, awesome. That should function for now, at least. Okay. Just a little burb. Oh my goodness. I can't tell if the blue makes it look weird or if it's going to look cool afterwards. We'll find out. We shall find out. Maybe I just added too much blue. Maybe if I only did 1 stitch of blue, it would be better. We'll find out. We'll see how it looks. And yeah. All right, so now we need to do a whole bunch of increase stitches. We're pretty much going to be doing 4 increase stitches every single row. So this one needs to be an increase. This one needs to be an increase. This will be a single. This will be single, single, and then this one will be a, we're going to do a single for this row, and then in the next row, then we'll start doing our increases in the front. We're still going to do all of the increases for the back side so that we can get the back sloped to single and increase. Whoops, that needs to be an increase. There we go. And then we got that, and that one, and this one, and this one. The proportions look a little bit wonky whenever it's like flat. So like it looks very wonky right now. But hopefully once we get it like as like a little thing, it'll look a little bit better. That's the goal, at least. We'll see how it functions. They always start out a little bit wonky. Ah, my yarn is rolling away. No, back here. There we go. Okay, let's go here. And yay. We're gonna do an increase here. Oh, probably the next row. Actually, I want to start at this row. Let's do it. Let's do it in this one. We're gonna swap to the gray. The mourning doves have like a little bit of like they're almost two-toned. Their back is more of like a grayish color, and then their belly is more of like a tannish color. And like in like they kind of like it kind of like shifts between the two a little bit. But I can't get like full shifting colors in crochet. So we just go with doing a gray for the back and then more of a tan for the belly and the head. They almost have like a pinkish hue to them as well, and it's like super pretty. But I don't have any colors that have like a pinkish hue to them, sadly. Like a pinkish tan. I checked out the YouTube and there's a Minecraft video. Oh yeah! Loki, of course, crocheting and Minecraft, like bread and butter. I mean, yeah. I did Minecraft. I do a little bit of Minecraft. I don't really do it for streaming or videos. I might do some Minecraft videos. I don't know. I'm not entirely sold on that thought yet. But yeah, I was so tired that day. That day I had one of my birds I had to take to the vet, and I didn't get home until like 1 a.m. And then I had to I was streaming like the next day, and I was like, I am absolutely exhausted. So we're just not gonna crochet, and we're just gonna place a bunch of blocks and do random stuff. So yeah. But yeah, Minecraft, it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun with Minecraft. And then yeah, we mainly do crochet here. Mainly making birds. We do lots of birds. So right now we're working on some mourning doves. So this is the mourning dove that I made the other day. We're working on it. Just trying it out. And then we've also made little chickadees. So they're fun little guys. Little chickadees. And we've done, let's see here. hummingbirds. Some little hummingbirds. They're fun little buddies. Hummingbirds, like, took so short compared to everything else. Like, the mourning doves are taking me, like, 2+ hours to do. The hummingbirds took, like, less than in 1 hour, and I was like, oh my goodness. And then, where's my other little birds? Oh, here's the little bird. We also made little eastern bluebirds. So they're, yeah. We just do wonky little birds. Like, some of these birds... Some of these birds turned out a little wonky. But, you know, it kind of adds to the charm a little bit. Just having little wonky birds. Oh my goodness. I love making birds. They're so much fun. Slowly building up the flock with all the birds. What type of stuff do you typically crochet? Oh my goodness. Oh dear. What is yarn? What are we doing? Okay, which stitch am I in? I am in that stitch, so we need to go into this stitch. Okay, and then we're gonna head over to, we're gonna swap back to the gray. And then we'll go here. We've also been trying out like several different, I don't even know if I can call them techniques, experiments with color swapping. Because like I used to have it where I would just leave the string and then I would just have all of these strings in between, but it would make like giant holes. Let's see here, who do I have over here that we were doing that for? I think we were doing it for you. So like you could kind of see how there's like these giant holes here because the stitches just wouldn't stay tight if the yarn is just going straight across without being like attached to anything really. But if I hide the yarn inside all of these stitches, it'll still keep it tight, but it won't pull the project closed. Oh, you don't do yarn. It's mostly coding. Oh, okay. That's cool. That's very fun. Just like the vibes of others yarning the yarn. That's fair. That is very fair. I mean, some people have like said that it's like, what's it called? It's like, mesmerizing to like watch the yarn stuff do its things. I don't know. I just like creating stuff. I just like the creative side of things. Like I don't really use patterns. I typically just go off of the shape that I want and then kind of just know the stitches that would end up getting me something close to what that is. So it's very much a freeform crochet. Which is why none of these birds are the exact same, because it's pretty much just trial and error with, all right, I want to change the shape of this thing. So then we try something and we see how it works. And then we're like, okay, well, that was nice. How about we change this thing? And then we see how that works. And then, yeah. Oh, hi, Sarabi. How are you today? Just call yourself Yarn Magician. Oh, I don't think I'm quite a yarn magician yet. I have been crocheting for like 15 years, but there's some people that do many more fantastic things with yarn than I do. Yeah, I'm not the magician. We're just I don't think I'm a magician. Yay. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Alrighty, and we're doing, because like with like even between the two mourning doves that I've already made, the one I knew that I wanted like it to like kind of have like more of like a sloped back. Like most of these guys, their backs are like pretty straight, so they're very like vertical. But I knew I wanted the mourning dove to have more of a sloped back because mourning doves kind of sit more like a football than upright. So I knew I wanted more of a sloped back. This one, wasn't sloped enough. So then I was like, all right, we're going to go full slope. And then I made this one. And this one so far is the best one, I think. He's just super cute. His eyes are a bit wonky. But, you know, sometimes it's okay. Summoner. We just summon the birds. I mean, pretty much. It's just like bird. Oh, my birds are all tangled in yarn. And bird. And bird. And bird. We can keep going. And bird. And more yarn. Bird. And bird. Birds are falling all over the place. And bird. And bird. And bird. We just have a pile of birds. It's fine. We're not crazy. We're not crazy at all. We're just a little crazy. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear. Alright. Now I need to get all my birds in order. There we go. Alrighty. What you doing, rice cake? A rice cake, a rice cake. Rice cake is one of my cats. I have 4 cats. He does not get along with the other cats, so he gets to stay here in the room with me while I'm streaming. So he's typically the one who will be here. Occasionally I might bring in one of the other cats and like swap rooms, but I haven't done that because the last time we tried doing that, everybody freaked out. So I was like, okay, what you doing? Good sir? What you screaming about? Yeah? Did you see some cool birds outside? Okay, so that's 1 increase. That's 2 increase. Okay, so we need 1 more increase over here. What you doing, Bubbas? Hi, how are you? Are you coming over to get scritches? I know last time you came over here, we did your eardrops. Oh, what did you do, sir? What? Oh my goodness, he changed the screen. Oh dear. Yep, the cat. He's taking over stream. Oh my goodness. What you doing, buddy? You ran away. Oh my goodness. Did you find some cool birds outside? No? I can hear all the birds outside. You cannot fight Beans or Pumpkin. I know, Beans would love to fight you, but he's not allowed to fight you. He's gonna go back to bird watching. Alright, we are swapping back to gray, or tan. I know my colors. I know my colors. Yeah, we know colors. Sometimes. Sometimes we know the colors. Sometimes we don't, and that is okay. We have an ad that's going to be starting here momentarily, so if anyone needs to grab a snack or grab a drink or pat the cat, go for it, because we're about to have an ad. They're probably just going to work right through the ad, but you know. One of these days, I'm going to get something that we can do during ads so that it's not just normal. I don't know. I feel like we gotta do something fun during the ads. Okay, we're gonna swap back to gray. Alrighty, and there we go. Oh, okay, there's that. And there's that. And that one, and this one, and this one. Alrighty, and how are we doing? We need to do increase right about here. Whoops, what did I do? Oh, there we go. That's better. And we got that one. How did Rice Cake change the screen? I'm gonna need to look at my key bindings and see. Or yeah, I think they're called key bindings. I don't even know what they're called. Just like you press a button and it does stuff. I need to look and see what that was, because I don't recall putting something to whatever he did. 1, 2, 3. We need to do another increase here, I think. How many increases did we do? I did 1 increase, 2 increase, so we do need to do a 3rd increase. Oh boy, that is a very large stitch. Let's make that one be a little bit smaller. There we go. And then we'll go right there. Alrighty. And so we're in that stitch, so we're going to go into this one. And then there and there and there. Oh, sweet, we do have a cat on the cat cam. I was moving a whole bunch of furniture around, so I was not sure if the cats were actually going to go on their cat tree or if they were just going to be chilling anywhere except the cat tree because of all the stuff that I was moving around. There's currently, all of the furniture is in the dining room and not other places. And yeah, so it's like right next to the cat tree, there's a whole bunch of furniture. Like just out of view. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, we're gonna do that one. We're gonna go here, 1, and we'll do a increase. I think that might be the last increase that we're gonna do for the front. I think we're probably gonna swap to start doing the yeah, we'll just do single stitches next row, and then we'll do decreases the following couple rows. Wait, we gotta swap. Okay, how is the other thing that I have to watch out for? So sometimes the stitches will start to shift. So they won't be lining up right. So I need to watch that. And make sure that they don't shift too far. Otherwise, we're going to start getting gray where we don't want the gray, and we'll be getting tan where we don't want the tan. And the simplest way to do that is to just push them back a little bit by like moving the tan over a stitch and the gray over a stitch. If we have to do it, I can do it, and I'll show you guys what I mean, because it probably made 0 sense what I just said, but it's fine. It's fine. It will be all fine. Alright, so that's a single. This one is a single. This one is an increase. Ah! There we go. That's an increase. Why was that stitch so wonky? Oh my goodness. Alright, there we go. That's better. And then, so we're in that stitch. So I need to do this one and this one, and then we'll do an increase here. And then we go here and we go there. Okay, I did 3 increases, right? 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Very, very good. Alrighty. We're gonna go there. We're gonna go there. And we'll go here. What type of coding do you do if you're still here? Am I saying that right? Vapsivus? Vapsivus? What type of coding do you do? There's lots of different types of coding. Do you do like gaming coding or like a website coding? Okay, this head looks really wonky. Might be the wonkiest of all the wonky birds. Oh dear, dear, oh dear. That's okay. It'll be fine. Oh wait, I need to do this stitch. There we go. And then we'll go here. And then we'll go here. And then we'll go here. And we are not doing an increase this row for the front. We're just doing just single stitches. Alrighty. And how is This all lining up. Okay, it seems to still be lining up okay, which is odd. Quite odd. Interesting. Quite interesting. Alrighty, we're going to swap back to the gray. Ah, there we go. And now we go here. We'll go there. We'll do this one. We'll do this one. We'll do that one. And we'll do that one. And then we got there. Alrighty. I need to do a couple more increases. Yeah, I feel like I definitely should have only done one stitch with the blue around the eye. Oh well. Maybe if we make a fourth Mourning Dove, we can do it where we only do one stitch. If we make a fourth Mourning Dove. I don't know. What other birds should we make? I mean, we have so many different options. We could try doing a robin. I'll have to see. Oh, I need to see what colors I have. That's probably going to be the determining factor of what birds we could make, is actually seeing what colors I have. All right. Let's see here. I did one increase there. Did I not do any other increases? Did not do any other increases. Oh dear. I need to go back to here and do an increase in this one. There we go. And then we'll do this. And we'll do this one. And, oops, where are we going at? There we go. Oh, no. Ah, yarn! Alright, so that was an increase. So we'll do one more increase here. And then we'll do single, single. Pretty much just doing singles. And then we're going to do a decrease once we get to the front of the tan again. Alrighty, let's get our yarn detangled. There we go. Alrighty. A kiwi bird because it looks like a weevil. Oh my goodness. What is a kiwi bird? Kiwi? What's a kiwi bird? I'm gonna look it up. Let's see here. Do you mean a kiwi bird? The New Zealand bird? That would be a fun one. Oh my goodness, they're so fuzzy. They look fuzzy. They're such a wonky bird. They're a very wonky bird. Oh my goodness, they would be super cute. Oh my goodness. They're very small. It almost kind of would look like a weevil. Weevils are... Oh my goodness, I love weevils. Weevils are such fun little guys. Especially acorn weevils. They're just a wonky little bug. They're just a wonky little bug, which kind of fits the theme. A kiwi bird would be kind of fun. I've been mainly doing native birds to the US. That's why we've got mourning doves and hummingbirds, bluebirds. Mainly been doing native species, but we could definitely do a something that's native to somewhere else. I think that would be kind of fun. I don't know how I would do the fuzziness. I wonder if any of my fuzzy yarns would work. I think that would actually be lots of fun if we made a super fuzzy kiwi. I think it would be quite fun. I have like a bunch of random like eyelash or like stringy yarn. I don't know if I have any in brown. I would have to check. Okay, I need to do an increase here. And a single there. And a single there. And an increase here. And then single, single. I think, yeah, starting next row, we're going to start doing some of our decreases for the back side. One, there's that one. Oh, come on, yarn. Wait, did not do my other increase. I need to get one more increase in here. Right? I think so. Yeah, we have one increase, two increase, so I need my third increase. Okay, and then we'll do singles going down. I guess I should just zoop. There we go. Okay. Let's go there. Let's go there. And here. Yeah, here we go. Alrighty. And then we've got, okay, we're still doing a decrease for the front side here. So we're going to go around. Are these? At this point, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be at the bottom of the bird anyways. You know what? We are going to do it. So, I don't know if you guys can see. Here, give me a second and I can show you. Show you what I mean. So, we've just been going around, round and round and round. But before, the gray was all lined up with each other. So it was something more like this, where the stitches all lined up with each other. Now the project has like shifted a little bit, where the gray on the one side is being pulled further back and the gray on the other side is being pulled further forward. So that's what I mean by the color, the stitches kind of shift. So like even though this is all just one straight down row, it's slowly shifting to the front, and this side is slowly shifting to the back. So sometimes we just need to compensate for the shifting stitches, and usually what I would do is I would go into this tan stitch and then I would change colors, but instead of changing colors, we're just going to do one more tan stitch into that gray stitch, and that will basically fix the problem. Make it appear as though the problem is fixed. Technically, all of the stitches are still shifting, but because we went one stitch further with the tan, it won't appear that way. And you only do that like every once in a while. You don't have to do it every single row or anything. Just every once in a while. Alrighty, in this row we are going to start doing decreases. So we're gonna do a decrease here. We're gonna do a decrease here. And a decrease here. Pretty much doing 3 decreases. And then we're going to swap back to just doing our singles going all the way down. And that's pretty much just going to pull that in so that it will start to taper a little bit. What you doing, Rice Cake? He's just sitting in the window and staring at me. What you doing? You having fun over there? You watching all the birds? He's watching all the birds. All the cats get super excited whenever there's a bird outside. They're just like, oh, bird. It's like dogs with squirrels, but cats with birds. They're just like, bird. It's very funny. Very, very funny. Alrighty, we are going to swap back to the tan again. And we're going to go here. Oh wait, I need to hide. Oh boy. I didn't even give myself any yarn. There we go. Now we have yarn. Alrighty. There, go there. There. And there. And then we'll do a decrease right here. There we go. And then that one, and this one, and this one. Alrighty. And then we're going to swap back to the gray. And we're going to put that tan over there. And then on the next row, we should be able to start to make the little lip or the little edge so that the bird will be able to sit upright. I could show you guys what we do for that once we get there. It's quite fun. Quite fun. I don't know what it's technically called or if it's actually a thing. It probably is a thing because crochet has been around for hundreds, if not thousands of years. So like it's probably a thing. I definitely am not the person that invented it or created it. But I have no idea what it would be called. Other than like front loop, front post stitch. Sure. Basically, you're doing like you're kind of doing it as if you would be doing a front post stitch, but you're only going in the front loop of the front post of the stitch. So, yeah, front loop, front post stitch, whatever you want to call it. I have no idea. I have no idea. All right, so we did, how many decreases did I do? Did I do 3? 1, 2, 3. Yes, I did. Beautiful. That is exactly what I needed to do. Needed to do 3 decreases. Okay, and now we're going to, oh my goodness, these stitches are getting tight. Getting a little tight. That's okay though. They're supposed to be tight. That's the point of a stitch. Alright, and now we're going to swap to the tan again. And so, you guys can sort of see how there's these little V's along these stitches here. Let's see here. You sort of see the little V's along the stitches. So we're pretty much just going to go right inside of that V. So this is one V, and except that these stitches are super tight. There we go. We're pretty much inside that V, and then we take the yarn and we pull it through, and we're going to start doing some decreases. So for decreases, you pretty much are making 2 stitches into 1 stitch. So now I go into another one, grab the yarn, and then we pull it through both of those. And now we're going to do a single, so we're just going to go into 1V. And we're going to grab yarn and pull it through. And now we'll do a decrease. There we go. Come on, yarn. Yarn! What was that? How'd you figure out all these birds? Like plans? Yeah, I just winged it. I kind of just look at a picture of whatever the bird is that I'm trying to make, just so that I can get like the color. And then I just figure out like, okay, I kind of want this general shape. And like a lot of it is like trial and error. Is that the stitch I want? Yes, it is the stitch I want. So like I've already figured out that like to get a circle, I typically start with doing 3 chains and then going into the first chain 6 times, and then you do an increase stitch every other stitch going around that for those first 6 stitches. So like I've already learned that. So it's like basically like most of these heads are started the same way, even across the different birds. They're all pretty much started the same way. And then from there, it's mostly like especially like all of these, aside from the mourning doves. The mourning doves are wonky because they're a different shape, but most of these guys were just figuring out how many decreases or increases to do. So like this chickadee, I think I did more increases around the head, so it made the head bigger, which then made the body bigger. Compared to this bluebird, which I did only a few increases around the head, and then I did more decreases around the neck, and then only a few increases again around the body. Whereas this one, I think I only did like 1 or 2 decreases for the neck, and then I did a lot more increases for the body, so it made the neck less narrow, so it made it more chunky compared to this guy who's a little bit more slender. And it's like it's just changing up like a couple of things at a time, and just practicing it. But yeah, it's full on winging it, while like it's like I mean, I guess you could probably sort of do like an analogy to like whatever code you're doing. Like you kind of know like, okay, in order to get a random generator, you usually do these different sets of coding, but then you can apply that into multiple different scenarios to get different things. So it's pretty much like that, where it's like you have these little sets of pieces, which are the stitches. So either single stitch, increase stitch, decrease stitch, and then you can apply them in different ways in order to get different shapes. That's I think that's the best way that I can describe it. So it's like there's not technically a pattern for these, but I'm following like sets of patterns. Yeah, we're winging it. Hello, Declan. How are you? Yeah, skills are like tools and they can be used for multiple things. Yeah, exactly. So it's like each stitch is like a tool that you can use to get a specific type of shape that you want, and depending on how you apply it, you can get various things. Yay. Lots of fun. Lots and lots of fun. And a lot of times it's trial by error. We just see how it works, and if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, we try something different. And then you learn from it. And then you're like, okay, well, that changing that one thing changes this whole thing. And maybe at some point that will be helpful for some other project. Total bird count. That's a great question. We have 2 mourning doves so far. I have 3 chickadees. I think there's 4, maybe 5 hummingbirds. Rice Cape, am I missing a hummingbird? I feel like I made 4 hummingbirds. But I only see 4 here, and this one I made a really long time ago. So I think there might be 5 hummingbirds. And then there's 4 bluebirds. And then I've been making birds for like a long time. So like I gave the cats some of the older ones as like toys. So there's just cardinals and tufted titmice floating around somewhere in the room or in the house. So how many is that? Can I do math? 2, 5, 9, 13. 13-ish. I see 2 cardinals. I see 3 cardinals. 16-ish? Maybe a dozen? A baker's dozen? Or 2? I don't know. I don't really keep track of the birds. They kind of just appear and then float random places. Alrighty. Oh shoot. What did I do? I didn't do that right. Ah! No! Okay. We gotta do this. There we go. Okay. We need to go right here. Come on, Yarn. Yarn. Yarn, work with me, please. Why are we not working? There we go. Okay, that'll be fine. So that one was a decrease. I want to do one more decrease. One more decrease. There we go. And then we're going to swap to the gray. And doing good. Just woke up. Come to hang out and watch you make birds with coffee. Have fun. Coffee. Coffee. Burnt boiled bean juice. I tease my siblings with that all the time. I'm like, you're drinking burnt boiled bean juice. It's quite funny. I don't drink coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker. It's not my cup of tea. or in this case, not my cup of coffee. Bean juice. Oh, I mean, hey, if you enjoy it, enjoy it. You don't need to fight me for it. More for you, less for me, and we are both happy. The tea is fresh hot swamp. Oh my gosh. I love that. What's the name of the orange kitty? Let's see here. I think that one is Beans. I actually have 2 orange cats. I have Beans and I have Pumpkin. And I think that one is Beans. It's really hard to tell them apart in the camera. Beans is a little bit bigger. He has like a wider face. Pumpkin is a little bit smaller. And I think Pumpkin has more white on his tail. I think that one is Beans. Beans was the first cat that I got. And he is sometimes a menace to society. But he's also super sweet. We love Beans. I love when their pets name them after food. Yeah, we kind of have a theme going with that. So Beans was the first cat I got. And I just really liked the name Beans. And I was like, Beans is the perfect name. And then I was joking around with my friends and I was like, when I get a second cat, I should name it Rice. Because then I'll have beans and rice. And then Rice Cake ended up walking into the house one day. And then by that time, though, I was like, I don't know if I like the name Rice. It just sounds weird just calling someone Rice. So I was like, how about we just do Rice Cake? Because that sounds a little bit sweeter, a little bit more friendly than just Rice. But Rice is his nickname too. So sometimes I call him Rice, sometimes I call him Rice Cake. So we still have rice and beans. And then Pumpkin walked in to the house. And Pumpkin, I was joking with my friends. I was like, the next cat I should get, or the next cat I get, I should name it Soup, because then I'll have beans, rice, and soup. Beans, rice, soup. But when Pumpkin happened, again, I was like, I don't really like that name. It just sounds kind of weird. And then Pumpkin turned out to be like an absolute snuggle bug. Like, he just wants to be held and pet and like squished. He's Pumpkin Squish Face because he literally just wants you to squish his face. He's so funny. And he was just too sweet. And I was like, okay, we're just gonna, we have an ad. I'm just rambling to myself. It's fine. But yeah, Pumpkin walked in, and so then once he ended up he was absolutely terrified. So I don't know how much of that you guys caught because I didn't realize there was an ad break. What am I? Oh, okay. For a second, I thought I was doing double crochet, and I was like, I should not be doing double crochet, but they looked like double crochet stitches. When was the last time I did a decrease? Oh, I haven't done a decrease in I don't know how many stitches. Oh my goodness, since that stitch. Oh boy. Let's go back and do a decrease here. And we'll also go to this one. See if we can pull out those. Here we go. Okay, that works. But yeah, so there's no ad breaks if you know code. Oh my gosh. Fair. I can't say that I can agree to it, but you know, I can't also stop you, so you know. But yeah, so Pumpkin walked into the house the one day and he was absolutely terrified of everything. And I was like convinced that like he was just like some feral cat that walked into my house. Because I have outdoor feeders. And what it was is I had beans in one of like the upstairs bedrooms, and I had rice cake in one of the upstairs bedrooms because rice cake does not get along with the other cats yet. We're still working on it. All of my cats were strays or outdoor cats at some point in their lives, and now they're indoor only. So rice cake still does not get along with the other cats. We're working on it. slowly working on it. But I had beans closed upstairs. I had rice cake closed upstairs. And I was just sitting downstairs in my living room and I had the back door open with like the little cat food just sitting outside on the back porch. And I see out of the corner of my eye this orange cat just like slinking across the room. And I'm like, oh no, Beans got out. So I scramble over to the door and I shut the door. And then the cat starts freaking out, and I'm like, wait a minute. You're not Beans. You're one of the outdoor cats. And I was like, well, you're inside the house now, so like I'm not just gonna let you go back outside. Oh my goodness. It was like, well, we just have a cat inside now. This is fine. So that was how Pumpkin happened. And Pumpkin was terrified for like that entire first week. But I was sitting in the living room and I was on like a Zoom call or like a Google Meets call with a bunch of my friends and we were playing D&D. And then Pumpkin slowly walked over, sniffed my hand, and then he jumped on my lap and he's been a snuggle bug ever since then. And it was absolutely fantastic. It was just like a flip of the switch. He just needed a little bit of calm and then he was just a snuggle bug, and now he's an absolute snuggle bug. He's the sweetest baby. Yeah, and once that happened, I was like, Pumpkin. It has to be Pumpkin. Pumpkin is just like a sweet little name for a sweet little cat that just wants to be snuggled. So that's how Pumpkin happened. And then we have Jack Mellow, or Jackamello. So Jackamello, usually I scroll different websites and just look to see what critters people are rehoming. Because sometimes you'll end up seeing animals that really need a lot of help. That's how I got a lot of my critters, is from people that are trying to rehome their animals. And the animals need a little bit more TLC than what the people realized. Like all my turtles, they all pretty much came from places where the owners were not giving them UV lights, they weren't getting heat, they were all just stuck in, and they keep getting the information of like, yes, this turtle will be fine in a 10-gallon tank, you don't need any heat or UV, they'll be fine. And it's like, no, they will not be fine. They will very much not be fine, and it is hazardous to have them in that situation for extended periods of time. So that's how I ended up with all of my turtles. But anyway, so Jackamello, there was some people that advertised him. They said that a neighbor had recently moved. My yarn's running away! No! Yarn! Come back here! Um, oh, this local strays are like, oh, there's this lady. You just need to go inside the house. Free treats. Trust me. Exactly. I mean, that's how rice cake was. That's how you happened. Yeah, I did the same thing. I had beans closed upstairs, and then I opened the back door, and you just walked in, and I was like, oh, okay, we have a cat. He's looking at me like, yeah, sometimes I regret that day, but also free food. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. But yeah, so for Jack Mello, some people were saying that their neighbors had moved and this cat had been like wandering the streets for like several years. But a couple weeks after those people moved, he started screaming and like crying outside for extended periods of time. And so they're kind of suspicious that he was like their indoor outdoor cat, and then they just up and left. We don't entirely know if that's what actually happened or if it was more of just like they might have been feeding the outdoor cats, and then when they moved, the outdoor cats didn't really have as much food or whatever, and so he's just screaming trying to get someone's attention to feed them. um we don't really entirely know, but something changed and this outdoor cat was not getting taken care of. So they took him in, except that their cats didn't like him. And I was like, okay, I have a spare room. Um, so I got him in the spare room, and I still need to get him neutered. So I haven't even tried doing introductions yet with him and everybody else. But we've been slowly working on it. What you doing, Rice Cake? Why'd you get spooked? What's going on outside? There was a truck. There was a big truck. But yeah. There's. I mean, I think it was it last summer or 2 summers ago? I think it was last summer. I had 9 different cats coming to my outdoor feeder. 9 different cats, and I can pretty much guarantee you, there's only one of them that had a collar on. So pretty much all of the other ones is almost a guarantee that they're not going to be neutered or they're not going to be spayed, and it's a problem. It is a problem. It is definitely a problem. Okay, Fluff in the bird. Fluff needs to go in the bird. There we go. Alrighty. There is that. Okay, I might need to get more fluff. Okay, with animals, stuff like that is normal, but with people, imagine that stray people. Yeah, no, literally. I mean, in a way, you could say that like homeless people are kind of like stray people, and like even them, like people like look at them and they're like, ew, gross. Like you're homeless, like you're less than people, and it's like no. It's like some of them are just in a really bad situation, and even with like people that are doing not so great things, it's still because of in part it is because of their choices, but also it's it's just a bad situation. It's more often than not it's just a bad situation. Yeah, exactly. It's just survival. It's like you got to keep doing what you got to do, and that's the only way to make it to the next day. And it's like it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible that we even have these situations, and it's like it's unnecessary. It's very unnecessary. I'm pretty sure I saw an article at one point that was saying how technically we have enough food to solve world hunger. The problem is we don't have a great way to get said food to places in order to end world hunger. So it's more of a transportation issue than a food issue. And it's like, oh my goodness, like it's like why? Like, it's kind of crazy. It is a crazy world. It is a crazy world. But yeah, we try to do what we can. And sometimes it's just one cat at a time. One cat at a time. Alrighty, so we got that. So we're gonna do a couple of chains. And that. Like pretty much as soon as Rice Cake or Mellow get okay with the other cats, I'll have a free room again and I can take in another cat. People have seen as a person if they have money. No money. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. If they have, even if they have something to offer, they're seen as a person, but if they don't have something to offer, they're not seen as a person. And it's like that's not how it should be. Like they are a person regardless of whether they have money. And they should be treated as a person regardless. It's very backwards. Sometimes human logic is a little bit backwards. Alrighty. It looks so wonky. Okay, it'll look less wonky once we get the beak on. That is experience. It'll look less wonky as soon as we get the beak on. So let's get our little bird beak on. And then we'll see where we're at. I think we might be able to do the tail, the beak and the tail, and then we'll see where we go from there. Really like for stuff like infrastructure to get them back on their feet. Yeah. I mean there are different organizations to help them. I think part of it too, and like this is like what the sad part is though, is that they've been burned by so many people that trusting someone, even an organization that really just wants to help them, doesn't feel safe. And so it can be really hard to help them where they're at, and it's hard stuff. It's very hard stuff. And I mean, there are some people that are more than willing to accept help, and help may or may not reach those people. And it's like it's just hard. It's just hard situations. 1 and 2. Where's my skizzers? Here's my skizzers. One of the things that I really want to do, I'm slowly working towards starting an animal sanctuary where I can give permanent housing to animals that need it. Probably more for like geriatric animals, like animals that need a little bit of extra medical help or TLC or extra care, that most places would be less than willing to accept that level of commitment. But the other thing though is that a lot of the people that are in those situations, they need training. They need people who are willing to help them gain skills so that they can enter the workforce again. Because some people were trained in like specific things, and then those jobs became obsolete, and like they just aren't, like it doesn't mean anything anymore for them to have those skills. And so like being able to train someone in doing something would help them a lot. And so like, but that means that the people that have those skills need to be willing to teach someone from ground zero, and not necessarily like requiring them to have like 5 years experience of like paid experience or a college degree in like a master's doctor or something. Like it's we're slowly like pushing people further and further away. So if and when I get my sanctuary up and running, I think it would be super cool to be able to like partner with various homeless shelters and be like, hey, if you have someone who's looking for a job, we will train people on how to do a job. And like we'll try to work with them to get them transportation to said job so that they can do stuff. And like specifically trying to help people get back on their feet. I think that would be super cool to do and really good. Yeah. There's some forever jobs like growing and making food, building houses, repairing infrastructure. Yeah, there are. And I mean, even stuff like that, it requires a lot of training. So I think like I don't even know what some jobs are that have like become obsolete, but it's like I can't even think of any off the top of my head, but I know that there are some that like don't work as well. And I mean, even with like houses, like there's what was it? There was something someone was talking about. Maybe it was something with like tech where it's like their training in some type of like tech or programming basically became obsolete because like the technology developed so fast that nobody uses the specific programming that they were trained in. And like they've been outside of the market for that, like they've not been in that particular job for a while, so like it's basically become obsolete. So like they would have to retrain themselves on so many different things in order to be able to get a job in the field that they were once trained in, because it's not there anymore. Probably more about reliability. You could train most people, but will they show up in a month? Someone with a house and a family and social circle is way more stable. Yeah, that's also true. That's also true. They want reliability. They don't want a liability. And it's like sometimes you gotta take a risk, and sometimes you gotta be willing to be burned a little bit, and you might end up with someone who's really good. Sometimes there's just hidden stuff, hidden secrets, hidden talent, and yeah. Sometimes, not all the time, sometimes. Plus, if you can help a person, I think it's a good thing to do anyways, but you know, that's just me. Alrighty, let's see. So we're doing the tail. Let's go this direction now. This ain't not a businessman. No, I'm not a saint. I've got my flaws. I've got many flaws. Many, many flaws. Not a saint. Working towards it, but not a saint. No, because I mean, you do have to, like, if you have a business, you do have to watch out for the business and make sure that the business will be able to stay afloat and that you can pay all the bills. Because if the business goes under, all of the people that you have hired are going to be hurt in that whole process. So it's like, if you have to like go off of like maximum benefit and least harm, if there's potentially a liability, you need to figure out how to mitigate that liability as much as possible so that the rest of the business doesn't suffer. Because yeah, the business, if you're gonna like, you'll have to end up dropping everybody if something happens, and you don't want that. But yeah, there's a you gotta like you get a pros and cons of like both situations, where it's like, yeah, we might be able to help this person get back on their feet, but also if it's starting to cause a problem, we need to have a conversation. And I mean, I feel like that's like something that doesn't happen as often, is just like having a conversation with people. We need to have more conversations. Of like, hey, this isn't working. What do we need to do to get this so it's working again? And if it's not going, if we can't get it to where it's working again, then we need to take the next steps, which would potentially be dropping someone. And like in my opinion, firing should not be a surprise for anyone. It's like, hey, transparency is like the best thing in the world. Let's be honest. Transparency would be fantastic. If your business isn't doing great, hey everyone, just so you know, we've had a really rough month this month and our bills are not doing great. We're trying to take steps and maybe one of your workers has a solution. Maybe one of the people has been saying, hey, we've been noticing problems for months. Maybe someone would actually be able to let you know exactly what's going wrong. If everyone's working and could get a bit more paid and you're like, nope, charity. I mean, yeah, no, because that would also, like, yeah, you gotta take care of the people. You gotta make sure that your people are satisfied and like making what they need and not just because like especially if it's like the charity is more of like a PR thing. That's where it's like yes, you're helping people, but at the same time, like what's the motivation for the charity that you're doing? Like is it to actually help people, or is it more of just like a PR thing where it's like, oh, we gave such and such amount to this charity. Yay. Oh, but we cut our employees' salaries by 10%. It's like, mm, it's like you can't complain because on one hand, yes, they did something good, but at the same time, it it's not great because of the way that they do it. And it's like the you got to look at everything and not just isolate one thing from everything else. It's business is complicated. Society is complicated. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, we are making progress. We are almost done with the tail. We just gotta add the little white tufts. Alrighty. Here we go. There we go. Let's go with that. Alright. Little bird. I actually really like the blue around the eyes. It looks really nice. It almost looks gray compared to the tan, but I think that's okay. It's a little bit of blue. Just enough blue. Alright, let's swap over to the white so that we can get our little fanned out feathers on there. And then we'll see where we're at. Oh, the sweet beans. Oh, the baby beans. He's being a sweet little snuggle bug. Being a snuggle bug. Alright, we're gonna do 1 and 2 and 3. And we're gonna do, oh, you guys can't see, so sorry. My apologies. Alright, we're gonna do a slip stitch here. And a slip stitch here. And then we're gonna go into here and into here. And we're just gonna pretend that that is all just one stitch. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna do 1 and 2 and 3, and then we're gonna do slip and a slip. Wonder if I made this too wide. Might have made it too wide. That's okay though, we'll fix it. There we go. 1 and 2, 3, Let's actually do 4 here. And then we'll go here and we got one. Oops. And 2. This one. 3. And then we'll go here and here, I think. And then we're going to go there. And then we'll do that. One, 2, 3. Slip stitch. Slip stitch. Go into that one. And then we'll go here. Pull that through, pull that through. 1, 2, 3. And we'll go here. We got that one, and we got that one. All right, and then we'll go here and do that. And that should be good, actually. Let's do, yeah, I think that's good. Actually, let's make this a slip stitch instead. Slip stitch. And then we'll do a couple chains, do a third just for good measure. And then we'll snip that. Alrighty. Now that we got that all done, now we can hide the, I don't know if I like that tail. But it's not terrible. It's not great either. Kind of like the other way that I was doing the tails. Oh well. That's okay. We're just trying out different things. Just trying it out. That. And then we'll go there. And we'll go here. We'll go. Meh. Oh, come on, yarn. Yarn! Why are we stuck? What are we stuck on? Okay, there we go. That's better. We have an ad that's about to go momentarily. So if anyone needs to grab a snack or grab a drink, do whatever you gotta do, it will be a perfect time to do so. Alrighty, are you gonna, yeah, yarn, there we go. Alright. There's that one. Okay, we got, okay, tail doesn't look terrible. Probably could look better, but you know, it doesn't look terrible, so we're okay. Alrighty, let's see. I think we could do some wings. I think we could do a couple of wings real quick. I don't think the wings take too terribly long. Yeah, I should still have a bit of time here. Oh, and there goes the ads. Okay, maybe we'll wait till the ads are finished to do the wings. We're just gonna get the yarn ready. So the wings are pretty simple. They're quite simple. It's like 4 rows maybe. Just 4 rows, you know, nothing complicated. Nothing complicated. Oh my goodness, my budgies. My budgies are screaming. Oh, stretch. Oh my goodness. I think I need to stretch. Oh, that feels so nice. Oh, stretchy, stretchy. Oh, my shoulder popped. That's fine. Okay. Oh boy. Alrighty. Let me actually look at this board. How does it compare? Whoops, you guys can't see. I'm just looking at the shapes of them. I kind of like the shape of this one a little bit better still. The shape of the head, at least. think the shape of the head is a little bit nicer on this one. I really like the blue though for this one. I think that gives it what it needed. I think that's what this one is missing, is the blue around the eye. All right, we're gonna do the wings. And so for these wings, we're going to do 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna start here. I always start in the back for the wings, because that will get them to curve in the right direction. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're gonna swap to black. Where's my black yarn? Here's my black yarn. Oh my goodness, I have little stoppers everywhere. All the little stoppers all over the place. There we go. Should really get like little places for those. Ah, I have the yarn everywhere. Okay, this is fine. I feel like that's normal though. I feel like that's normal. Very normal. Okay, and we're gonna do that. And then we'll have, so that was 10, 11, 12. We'll do 12, that's fine. Actually, 13. Okay. Alrighty. And so now we're going to skip that first one. We're going to do a slip stitch in this one. So 1 slip stitch, 2 slip stitch. And then we're going to swap over to the tan. And we're going to do a regular stitch. There we go. And we'll do one more in this one. And then we're going to swap to the black. And we're going to do 1 black stitch here. Wait, what did I do? I didn't do that right. Oh, I know what I did. Okay. We're gonna grab, grab the gray. And then we finish it with the black. And then we do our 1 black stitch. And then we finish it with the gray. There we go. Okay. And I should be able to... Oh, how did I make the yarn travel? I think what I do to make it travel is... I think we grab this here. And then we have it go on the other side of this. Yes, that's how we make it travel. Ah, yarn. Okay. Yes, that's how we make it travel. And now that yarn will be ready to go up into the next stitch above it. Cool, cool, cool. All right, and we're just going to do single stitches the rest of the way across. 1 and 2. And we'll go here. There we go. And we'll go there. And we will go here. Oops. Yarn is going all over the place. Okay, and now... Ah! Bird! Alright, we're gonna go here. We're gonna do a slip stitch, and then we will turn around and go back down the wing. Okay, actually I want to have the black stitch here now, so we're going to pull the black up here, grab that, do a single black stitch like that. And then we will grab the gray, and we're going to take our black yarn back down. And yeah, we're going to go there. We're going to go here. You should sell the birds. You have them. You love them all like your children. I've thought about selling them. I need to... I've thought about selling them. I'm not entirely sure where or how I want to sell them yet. I've thought about selling them. But yeah, I've thought about it. Because like I don't have a need for this many. I really don't. I don't have a need. I enjoy making them, and I have no plans for them. They kind of just exist. But yeah, I might start selling them at some point. I'm not entirely sure yet. Still figuring out the logistics of it, because selling stuff does take quite a bit. I mean, it would be... There are some websites that are like pretty easy to set it up on. Oh my goodness, yarn. Yarn is everywhere. I just need to start looking into some of those websites at some point and figuring out where and how. Oh my goodness, what is up with my voice? My voice is ceasing. It's fine. Everything is fine. Okay, we're swapping back to the gray. And then we're going to do one more gray here. No, I want this one to be black. A bird business. It'll be called the Wonky Birds. That's all it's going to be called. It's just going to be called the Wonky Birds. Because they're quite wonky. They all look very different from each other. And yeah. Do you think they would sell out? I don't know. I mean, I feel like they are definitely very cute. And like people would absolutely love them. But the prices that they would have to be in order to like, I mean, partially to like be worth the time. And I mean, I'm not so much concerned about the time because like I'm just making them. But like they would have to be like at least like probably $15. You think 50? 50 for a bird that sits in your hand. You think 50? I don't think people are going to spend 50 for this. I don't think people are going to spend 50 for this. $50 for this combobulation of a bird. I don't know. This little combobulation. Like, his tail is all wonky. He's got holes all over him. He's got wonky wings. He's just a little wonky bird. I mean, yeah, they are handmade. I don't know. I need to look and see, because, like, quality is the other thing, and I'm not confident in my quality. I'm just putting stitches together and hoping they work out. So, like, I would have to really make sure that they're not going to fall apart. And also the whole situation, like, there's a lot of my stitches are not very consistent. So, like, I have some super tight stitches, and then I have some super loose stitches. And they're just all over the place. Most wouldn't, but if you made short videos on how you make them, a lot of people see them would. Without a story, probably no one would be interested. Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing is, like, you gotta kind of have, like, a story or something going with it. What am I doing? I don't need to go backwards again. This bird is done. This bird is indeed... I think this bird is done. Yeah, this bird should be done. I am the story? Oh my goodness. What is a story? I don't know. Don't really have. I mean, sort of story, but like, not really a story that. I mean, I think once I get, if I do sell them, it would probably be to fund the animal sanctuary that I want to make. And so it's like these birds are funding the animal sanctuary. But in order to do that, I need to actually have like the sanctuary as like an actually like approved business or whatever. So it's going to depend on that, but that also means that I need to look into all of the laws and zoning stuff because the zoning where I'm at is an absolute pain and nobody understands a single word in the laws. And it's just like, okay, this is fine. So it will be a while before I could sell them because that would probably be the only reason I would sell them is to fund. Yeah, it would definitely be a nonprofit. And yeah, it would be to fund the critters. But I need to work on that before I can do selling stuff. But at the same time, it's like you need funds to be able to put together a business because you have to pay for all of the licenses and all the things. And it's like, oh my goodness. There's just so many steps. There's so many steps, and it takes a good while to be able to get through all of those steps. And I'm very slow in going through all of those steps. So it will probably be a while. So right now we're just making birds. I'm making birds. And yeah. Having fun with critters. One of these days I'll probably get one of the cameras set up for some of the critters. My critter room is currently a disaster. It looks like a tornado went through there. So I'm working on reorganizing my critter room. So it's a mess right now. You have the vision clear, you have a product, you have a philosophy. What's missing is content and growing audience. I mean, it's kind of like in part of like what streaming was, is kind of just like seeing what is out there. And like part of that too is like I'm not necessarily out here to grow necessarily. Part of this is to just like get comfortable with the media aspect of things. And so like I haven't really been like pushing like to get numbers because like I don't necessarily like my bird is flying away. Like I don't necessarily want numbers to be the reason that I'm streaming. Although it's like counterintuitive because it's like if you're streaming you want numbers, but like it's not the sole reason. Like even if there's just one person in here, I am perfectly content if there is one person in here. And even if there's nobody in here, like it's perfectly fine if there was nobody in here. Like I would love to be chatting with someone and like talking with people, sharing stories and just talking about stuff. Like it's absolutely wonderful. But it's like yeah. Streaming is connect with people. The audience is mostly in short format. Don't like short format, but the audience is there. Oh yeah. You mean like the little shorts? Yeah, shorts. And like that's the other thing. Like I don't necessarily want to overly contribute to shorts because shorts are like it's designed to be addictive, and I don't necessarily want to be contributing to that issue. But at the same time, like that's just where the world is at currently, and so it's like you almost need to like use the system or go with the system because that's where the system currently works. And it's like I don't necessarily agree with that system of like shorts. It's like I mean I also do it. Like I spend hours just scrolling through random shorts and I'm like I have no idea why I'm watching this. But here I am watching it. And it's like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. I don't know what the solution is. Oh my goodness! Yarn, why are we so tight? Can we please not be tight? Yeah. In me. Oh my goodness, yarn. Why are we like this? Alright, I don't think I have a smaller needle. But yeah, I definitely agree. Like, streaming is to be able to, like, connect with the people that are, like usually people, like, start with videos and then their audience will be like, hey, you should stream so that, like, we can interact with you and, like, so that we can, like, actually, like, talk with you. And, like, it's more of, like, a semi-personal connection with the person that they've already been watching. Which is why just starting streaming is so difficult, because you don't have an audience. So you don't necessarily have people that are already watching you in order to do all of that. It's kind of like most people start with the videos and then do the streaming. But the other thing is editing videos. Oh my goodness. It's a chore. It is a chore. Which is why right now I'm just gonna start posting the VODs on there, and I'm just gonna start with that. Like, even editing the like the story that I was working on writing, just doing editing for that. Like, I would typically take whatever project I was working on and just like put that into like a time lapse, and then have the audio for the story in the background type of thing, like just the audio for it, and then it would just be over the time lapse for whatever project I was working on. Like, even just like most of the editing for that is the audio editing, and then the other aspect though is then I have to take the whole video, turn it into a time lapse, and do all that stuff, and then try to get it so that the time lapse is somewhat what's it called? Like it's words. Why are words? Why words? Get it so it's timed well with the audio. So like if I have like a 2.5 hour long stream, or like a 2.5 hour long project, I guess, because you cut out some stuff. And then you have 13 minutes of audio. You have to figure out, okay, how long does, like, what's the time thing that I need to put the time lapse to, so that, like, is it 5 times? Is it 8 times? Is it 13 times the speed? And then you also got to make sure that it's not too fast that you can't see anything, but at the same time it's like, okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's just a little bit of a pain. But yeah. I mean, editing videos is, on one hand, it's fun. I do enjoy it, but it also needs to be something that I enjoy editing, and I just haven't necessarily found something that I enjoy editing yet. Yeah. I don't even know if I'd be able to edit. What am I doing? I'm doing this wrong. That's how I used to do wings. We're not doing those wings anymore. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I did 9. Did I do 9 on this side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, I didn't do the increases. That's why it looks so wonky. Oh well, this bird won't have the increases. That's okay. I think making the birds is way more learning, but yeah, figuring out editing is hard to start out. Yeah. And I mean, like, you kind of got to start somewhere, because if you don't start somewhere, like, it's a skill. It's a skill, and you have to practice it in order to get better at it. And it's like just trying to learn a new skill is sometimes difficult, and it can be demotivating sometimes. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, right now I'm just throwing up the VODs. I do like a little bit of editing to like remove the stream starting at the very beginning, because we have like a couple minutes of just silence. Just do something simple, far from perfect, but if you upload it, that's practice. Yeah. Yep. That would be practice. And I mean, it could just be something simple, just like, hey, here's some birds. And it's like, here's bird 1, here's bird 2, here's bird 3, and just like have the birds kind of just like waddle onto the screen in like a stop motion or something. So I feel like crochet and stop motion go pretty well together. What is that? That's 2. Yeah, that's 2. Okay. And then we got to do 1 here. Like crochet stop motion would be fine. But yeah. I have been recording like some of my Minecraft stuff. But I haven't like combobulated it into a video or anything. I'm like, I have it in case I wanted to, but I haven't like actually sat down to like put it all together. And yeah, so it's like I have stuff that I could put like do videos for. It's just time. It's also just time, and it's like time is a limited resource. And it is, yeah. Yeep. Yeep. Time is a limited resource. And it's like, you'll never find time. You have to make time. We have to be time wizards and like actually make time. Like, you only have 24 hours a day, but somehow you need to get 36 hours of work done in a 24-hour day. And it's like, okay, we can do this. We can just make 12 hours appear out of thin air. It'll be fine. It will indeed be fine. Sometimes I have no idea how I get everything done in a day, but somehow stuff gets done, and I'm like, oh, okay, I have an extra hour. What am I going to do with this hour? And then it's just like you end up just watching a bunch of random stuff on YouTube or whatever, and it's like, oh, well, that's gone now. Okay. I mean, that's kind of how it goes sometimes. All right, where are we at? We're gonna do... Oh, I didn't hide that. Oh, I didn't travel it up either. Well, that's okay. Okay, we can fix this. I know how to fix this. All right, we're going to swap to the black, and we're going to do this thing, and then we're going to swap back to the gray. And then, I mean, the other thing is like I wouldn't just want to do like tutorials on crochet. I would want it to be something different than that, and I'm not quite sure what it would be yet. Because yeah. I mean, maybe it could just be something where it's like I go through like the 3 different like mourning doves, and so it's like I tried to do this, and this is what we ended up with, where we ended up having a slightly slanted back. We tried a new thing with the wings, where we made them very floppy so that they can flap, but they're very fluffed out. And just like talking about like the things that I attempted to do, and like talking about like some of the stitches, and different things, and then saying like, so for the second one, then we did, we tried these different things, and this is what I ended up with. We tried different wings, we tried a different tail, the good things that we did, the bad things that we did, and then we go into the third one, and it's like, so then this time we added some blue around the eyes. We tried a different head shape. Something wonky happened with the base, but you know, we don't talk about that. So it's like I could do something like that where it's just like talking about the process of making things, because like I mean, the other thing is I don't really consume a lot of crochet stuff, so I don't even know what people watch when they're watching crochet stuff, which is a little bit of a problem, because if I don't know what people want to watch, then I can't make stuff that people want to watch. I would say it should be measured by how many people actually make the thing you made a tutorial for. Oh yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. Which, like, if I were to do something more of like the creative process of it, I feel like that might have a little bit more value in it, like going through like the trial and errors of things that I've tried with some of the birds, of like, yeah, we tried this and that thing and this other thing, because then if someone else is trying to make their own thing, they can be like, oh, I never thought of doing a wing that way, or that's an interesting way to do this other thing. I wonder if it's applicable to this other thing. But yeah, I don't know. Because like the other thing though is that I do freeform crochet, so I don't follow patterns. So like I don't even look at people that do like video patterns for stuff. I just the thing that you just figured out, the thing that's already a huge compressed value pack. Wait, what did I just do? Huh? I'm confused. The like going through different like the creative process type of thing. Just the compilation of me going, wait, where am I? What stitch did I just do? It's just flipping around the whole thing, figuring out how to make the bird. Okay, I mean, I could do that. I could start with that, because like that could be I mean, even I could do it where it's like you kind of have, or you start with it like the with like starting it with, here is bird number 1. I mean, obviously it's not going to be polished because this is impromptu, but you know, here is bird number 1. In this bird we tried XYZ. And then there's me like from the VOD, because I still have the VODs, like I can always go back, and it's just a clip of me doing various different things of like, I wonder what this would do, and then we try it and it's like, well, this is what that did. And it's just like kind of like going through the creative process. I could do something like that. That could be kind of fun. Could be. Oh, we have another ad that's about to start momentarily. That could be kind of fun. But again, I have no idea who would watch it. I mean, I don't know. I do know one crocheter who watches some other crocheter, and she literally just watches this person because they're hilarious. I have never watched, I don't even remember who it was. But they would just watch them because like they're just like talking about like the whatever project they're working on, and then there's just like some random pun or joke or something about like strangling the yarn or something, and it's just like it's entertaining. I mean, in a sense, that's kind of what videos are, is entertainment. And like if you can combine edumacation and entertainment, you're succeeding. If you can make learning fun, then that would get a lot of people intrigued, because then they're learning something and they're having fun learning something, which is quite nice. Quite nice. I can also throw in some random bird facts about the birds that we're making, because birds, and like that's the other thing, because like I don't even know how, like when I started doing crochet, I was like, I don't even know how this is gonna correlate into eventually getting a animal sanctuary going, aside from making critters and maybe talking about critters, but I could do some of that too, like talking about different critters without like going into like the anatomy of a bird. And that's why I'm not a huge fan of, because most of YouTube and Twitch people turns to entertainers over time no matter what. Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't just want to be an entertainer, because it's like entertainment is fine, but if you have so much entertainment and they're like I prefer to have entertainment with a purpose. If there's not a purpose, I'm like, it's like, even with like movies or books, like that's great. We defeated the evil guy. What does this mean? What actually happened? Like what is happening? And so it's like, yeah, entertainment. I mean, it's also just like a personal preference. Like some people do entertainment as like an escape because they don't want to have to think about real life things. And like I get that. Sometimes you do just need to have a place to go that doesn't have anything heavy or anything that like actually matters, and you just want to drown out the world for a little bit. And I get that. But at the same time, it's like there's so many people that just do that. And it's like it's a very saturated market. You can go to lots of different places and find that. But yeah. It's okay in moderation, but at the same time, it's like it we need a variety. We need a variety. Definitely need a variety. Alrighty, there we go. It's so wonky. It almost looks like a pigeon head, which in a way is good because pigeons technically are doves. Or wait, do I have that right? Yeah. Yeah, pigeons are a type of dove. They're like in the dove family. So technically we have succeeded. Failed successfully. One of those situations. Oh my goodness. That's okay. It's fine. Little wonky. His eyes are crooked. Oh my goodness. It's fine. We just turn his head a little bit and now they're not crooked. There we go. Little bird. I don't do legs. Just because whenever I sit them down, they sit flat. Let's see here if we can get this so you can kind of see. So they kind of sit flat on whatever the surface is. So if I tried to add legs, they would end up being all lopsided and wonky. So I haven't been doing legs. I'm not entirely sure how I would do legs if I just do like little stick figures. Where's my frog? Let me go find my frog real quick. The little frogget frog. Where is the frogget frog? Where is he? Cake, where's the frog? Why are you hiding under the bed? Where's the frog? Where is he? He was here earlier. Where is he, Rice Cake? He's disappeared. In a door. I don't know. I think I've lost my mind. Oh, there he is. So I could do. I don't even know if you guys can hear me. Have even more wonky. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this little frog is our frogget frog. This is a lesson to everyone. If you don't occasionally frog your projects, they will turn into a frogget frog and just look absolutely wonky. He is very special. He's a very special frog. So I mean, I could do legs, something like that. Where they just kind of like stick out from the body a little bit and are just kind of like they're just sitting on the ground. Embrace the wonkiness. Oh my goodness. Oh. Maybe. Here, you know what? We can let me look up a picture real quick, see what color they need to be. We can add a couple of limbs here real quick. Mourning dove. Let me see what color their legs are. If I need to do brown, if I need to do pink, it looks like I will need to do pink. All right, let me go find a pink. We can throw some legs on one of these guys and see how they look. What's up, Rice Cake? What you doing, sweet man? Oh, what you do? What you do? Oh, what you do? That's too pink. What you doing, good sir? Oh, watch your toesies. Watch your toesies. Toesies and your nosies. I don't know where it is. Where's the pink rice cake? Is it buried in here? Nope, not in that pile. Okay. Maybe it's in the bin. Oh, let's throw the yarn. Oh, here's the pink. Alrighty. Oh, I think we want to do this pink actually. Oh, watch out, Race! I got walk right here. Thank you, buddy. Alright, we got some pink so that we can do little limbs. We'll see how it looks. Because I'm all for trying different things and seeing how it looks. Because I mean that's kind of the way that I figure out stuff, is just trying stuff and seeing how it works out. And if it works out well, we do it again. If it doesn't work out, we don't do it again. So we can try some little limbs on this guy. This guy's already a little bit wonky, so we can go full wonky. All right, let's see here. Let's go here. What's up, Rice Cake? What you doing, sweet man? All right, so we're going to do yeah, we're gonna go like this. We're gonna go like one. Whoops, come on, yarn. Let's go. What is that? That's 2, I think. 2. 3. 4. No, I think that's too long. I think I want just 3. Then we do 1, 2, 3. And we'll do slip stitch and slip stitch. There we go. And then we do 1, 2, 3, 4. Slip stitch, slip stitch, slip stitch. Whoops, that is not in the yarn. There we go. Slip stitch. 1, 2, 3. Whoops, 3. Hold on. Do they have Mourning Doves? I need to look at your toes. May I kindly look at your toes? Huh, I need to look at your toes. Where's your toes? I need to see if they have 3 in the front or... Oh, I did not want to click on that. I wanted this. Okay, they do. They have 3 in the front and 1 in the back. So there's different... Some birds have it where they have 2 in the front and then 2 in the back. Some birds have it where they have 3 in the front and 1 in the back. Mourning doves have 3 in the front and 1 in the back. Ostriches are weird in that they only have 2. Yeah, I just needed to look that up real quick and make sure that I had it right, because I do wish to be semi-accurate in stuffs. Okay, let's do slip stitch there, I think. Yeah. And then We'll just do 1 and 2, and this back stitch is just a very tiny, tiny little one. Yeah, and then we're going to do a little slip stitch here. A couple chains. Where's my skizzers? Skizzers. And now we need to... Very wonky. Very, very wonky. Like I did not... Okay, I feel like I should not have that fourth one, even though it's technically more accurate. It's just gonna look all sorts of weird. It does not function. Another idea is that you can make when there's a worm in its beak. Oh my gosh. I should do that for a robin. Whenever I make a robin, I could do that for the robin. All right, we're going to put this. Let's see here. I need to make it yarn. Okay, we're gonna go here, I think. And do slip stitch. And then, you know what? We're gonna do this. Oh, I might not have enough yarn. Okay, that's fine. 1. 2. Okay, and then we're gonna do 1. A worm in the beak would be funny though. Oh my goodness. I think mourning doves usually mostly eat seeds. They might eat insects. I'd have to look that up. I would have to look that up. Alrighty, but there is one little leg. Alright, I need to get these strands hidden. Where is my needle? There it is. Okay, let's see here. I might just try to hide. Where did you get small eyes for the worm? Oh my goodness. I don't know. It would depend on how we make the worm, because we could do the worm where he doesn't have eyes or he doesn't have a face. We could do one where he does have a face. Like if we really wanted just like straight wonkiness, literally just taking like boom. Just worm. He just has worm in his mouth that is literally just like this little piece of string. Because like I feel like for these size birds, that would be about the size of the worm. But if we made a bigger bird, we could potentially do some worms with little faces on them. That'd be quite fun. I actually have a bald eagle that I started like several years ago and I still have not finished. I could just make a giant worm and give the bald eagle a giant worm. Not that a bald eagle would ever eat a worm. Like seriously eat a worm. Like maybe it eats a worm just like randomly. It's just like, oh, what's this? And then it eats a worm, but it's not like looking for a worm to eat. I feel like for the bald eagle, I'd probably give it like a fish or something. Alrighty. Oh, we have yarn coming out the back of the bird. Alright, it looks a little bit wonky. I feel like if I were to do this again, I would probably too bald. Oh my goodness. It's one of those projects. Oh my goodness. Alright, we got that one, and then we've got... Let's do our other leg. Let's do this other leg the way that I was thinking of doing it. Because I could do more stitches going all the way up the leg, and then it would give it a little bit more stability. But it was just because I cut the yarn without thinking about it. And yeah. Alright, so we're going to do one... Oops, I need to do this where we do these type of It's actually decent for a winged leg. It might be a semi-pro. No. I mean, it's like, I mean, for a first time doing a bird leg, it's not terrible. We're going through the, I mean, this is the learning process. This is literally the learning process. 1, 2, 3. And then we go here. Whoops. Okay, we do slip stitch. And we do a slip stitch. Also, no patterns, so, you know. Maybe if I had a pattern, it would be fine. No, I'm kidding. I mean, it probably would look better. But that means that someone, like, the thing with patterns is, like, someone else has done all of the creative process for it already. Like, they've already done all of the testing. They've done like, they're basically doing what I would be doing. I mean, maybe they don't need to have as many mistakes in it as I'm having. But they would basically have all of this of like what works and what doesn't work. They would already know all of that. So there's absolutely going to be so many mistakes. It's a fun time. It is a fun time. All right, we're gonna do slip stitch, and yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we're gonna do this. So basically, what we're doing is we're just doing some single crochets going around the leg, and that's going to give it a little bit more stability. Just a little bit more stability. A little bit thicker without making it excessive. Yeah, it's going. I would say it's going. Right. I mean, you can tell that it's supposed to be a foot. So in that aspect, it is working. You could tell it's supposed to be a foot. And you could tell it's supposed to be a bird. So I would say it is somewhat working. There's probably 50 million different ways that you could make it look so much nicer. But if we're just going off of resemblance, I think we're doing a pretty good job. Alrighty. And we're gonna go right there. Zoop. Zoop. I actually really like this color for the feet. Like their feet are actually like a pretty bright pink. Part of that could just be because they're kind of like a dullish color. Like they have a little bit of like a pink hue to them. But they're very like brown and gray. So then you get to the pink feet and you're like, oh my goodness, there's color. Like you're looking for a rainbow in like the gray clouds, and then you're like, oh, there's the rainbow, and it just pops. Just pops. I mean, if there's a rainbow, there has to be sun too, so you know. Alrighty. There's yarn. There we go. Okay, we have a little bit of pink sticking out the other side. There we go. Alright, we have two wonky little legs. Yay. Could probably... Yay. Little legs. Little feet. I definitely like this leg a little bit better. And this is the one that we went all the way up it with those secondary stitches. And that kind of gives it that little bit of stability. Oh, you guys can't see. There we go. Now you guys can see. Sort of. It kind of just sits there a little bit. Let's see here. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. It's just a little sitting bird. Little sitting bird. I mean, in comparison to like, I still think this one's probably the best one. But it's like, kind of just adds like a little, it kind of does. Yeah, the tighter one looks better, this one. Yeah, I definitely like this one. I think I could probably figure out how to get the toes to, because if I could get the toes to like actually stick forward a little bit more, because like this toe wants to go backwards, this toe wants to stick out to the side, this toe wants to lean to that side. Like that's where the toes want to be. This one just wants to twist upside down. That leg might be broken. I don't know. But yeah, so like they want to go in every which way. But if I do it where there might be a couple of things that I could try in order to get that to be different. Like maybe if I do what's it called? So I go down the leg, you do 3 chains, and then go back into 2 of them with slip stitches. And then you go off and you do 4 chains, and then you go back and you do slip stitches for 3 of them. If I went back down a couple with slip stitches, turned around, did another slip stitch in one of those, and then came off and did the 3 for this toe would probably stick more out this direction than trying to stick out this way, because it's being pushed this direction and being pulled in this direction, which makes it go backwards. So there's probably a couple of things that I could do to try to get it so that it goes more forwards. This leg is just going to be wonky because that one was very wonky. But, I mean, this is already, like, first attempt, second attempt. So, like, it's already making progress type of thing. This is why they always say, if you're going to make socks, always start with making, like, Christmas stockings, because you don't need to make a second pair for it. You can just practice making the sock. That's like a video worth of material for bird legs. Oh my gosh. I mean, potentially, I mean, I could do just like a straight thing for bird legs and like different techniques, I guess. But like the other thing is like, I'm not a professional. Like I mean, I guess that's kind of what makes it nice too, though, is that I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just going off of, I have this shape in my mind. How would I achieve this shape? And then you just try different things until you get to that shape and you learn from it. So it's like, in comparison to someone who's already figured out what that shape is and they just tell you what that shape is, it's like you're kind of I guess you're kind of going through the stuff in a different way. It's like figuring stuff out. I don't know. I'll have to think about it and see what I can do. But we are going to end it here for today. I do appreciate all the thoughts though. This has been wonderful getting all of the thoughts on what I could do, because yeah, just ideas. Sometimes just bouncing ideas off of other people, and sometimes other people will have more wonderful ideas than I ever could. Oh, he's waving. The bird is waving. Oh dear, oh dear, we have a waving bird. Yeah, we're gonna end it here for today. Oh my goodness, it's been 2.5 hours. All right, well, I will be back on Tuesday evening around 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. We might make another morning dove. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure what we're gonna make. But we'll be making something. We'll be making something. So yeah, if you guys want to pop in there, or not, that is all good. I know all of y'all are busy people. And yeah, I will see you guys then. Rice Cake, are you gonna say goodbye? I think he's napping somewhere. All right, well, I will see all of y'all again at some point. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And yeah. boy.